Hey everybody, Reagan Archibald here, Go Wellness founder and founder of East West Health. And I want to get you pumped for the event coming up December 2nd and 3rd. And this event is going to be transformative in the way that you start looking at correcting blood sugar. So I'm just going to give you a little sample. We've been talking about this some of the webinar, but I'm just going to give you guys a brief overview because I want you to start experimenting on yourself. I've been doing this time-restricted eating for the last, I think, 3 weeks, not even 3 weeks, and I've lost 6 pounds. My energy's up, I have more mental clarity, and I've been doing a ketosis diet, as many of you know, since 2013. It's when I first started dabbling with it. So 3 years, and now I've found something that just took me to the next level. So here's some studies, here's some things to get you jazzed, because when you come in to the event on Saturday. Hopefully Friday you'll be joining us for the report of findings transformation, but when you come in Saturday, come fasting. All you need is 8 hours of no food, no water, whatever, or well, you can drink water, but just nothing that would increase metabolic cycle in your body. Come in fasting. We're going to check your fasting glucose levels, and I may even have something that shows if your body, how well your body is burning fat at that moment. I may bring some new technology. It's going to be a surprise. But the biggest thing is correcting blood sugar is paramount. If you're going to move them into any type of regenerative care, any functional medicine, if you don't fix blood sugar, you don't fix anemia, you're not going to fix anything else. So I've been diving deep into this and learned so much, and I can't wait to share it with you. So first thing we learned, it doesn't matter what or how much you eat, but when you eat is actually, we're starting to realize that might even be more critical. So here's a study that was done where mice ate the same food, but the ones on the time restriction had 28% less body mass and 70% less fat. Huge. They had the same amount of calories. So this is the end result. I mean, if you look at this, they both had a high-fat diet. One group of these mice, they had access to the food 24 hours a day. The other group had access to it only an 8-hour time frame. And as you can see at the end, the group that only had the 8-hour time frame, even though they ate the same amount of calories, same food, everything was the same, the normal mouse only had 4 grams of body fat versus the mice that were on the 24-hour eat whenever you want cycle had 18 grams of body fat. So that's 4 times more body fat, even though they ate the same amount of calories. So it's phenomenal. This is time-restricted eating. So what does time-restricted eating mean? Well, first of all, you can do kind of intermittent fasting, and that's one concept. Time-restricted eating is when you take it just one more step, and it's similar to intermittent fasting, but with time-restricted eating, one of the things you want to do is avoid anything that would elicit any type of metabolic response in your body. So a lot of us, we've done intermittent fasting. We wake up in the morning, we drink bulletproof coffee, and we're in ketosis, so we're not introducing any proteins or carbohydrates because we want our brains to be fueling on fat. But with time-restricted eating, you go a step ahead of that and you say there's no coffee, there's no tea, there's water, and that's it. And so this time-restricted eating, the areas where you get the highest outcomes are when you're feeding for about 8 hours a day. That's when your muscle mass goes up, your endurance. I'm at the stage now where I'm about a 10-hour feeding cycle every day. You can jump into this ketosis process, and you can jump into the time-restricted eating if it's just 12 hours. So even if you ate 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., that still will give you benefits of time-restricted eating. It just gets better when you can whittle it down to about 8 hours. And so you can cycle it. You can say, well, 2 days out of the week, I'm not doing it. I'm going to eat whenever I want, 8 a.m. to 12 a.m. because I'm going to be doing social things on the weekend. Research shows you'll still get the benefits. So time-restricted eating, we're going to jump into how it all ties into evolution, circadian rhythms in our brain. We're going to show you how to do the alternate day intermittent fasting and time-restricted eating. But the bottom line is the time-restricted eating, it's going to increase your endurance, increase in brown fat tissue, which means that's the fat tissue that your body can use as energy very quickly. There's also an increase in mitochondrial activity. Believe it or not, when you time restrict in your eating, you turn on and turn off different microbial species in your gut, and so you have healthier microbiota. So you're happier, more mental clarity. There's so many benefits. So I want to see you out of the event. No excuses, be there. And if you don't come fasting, that's okay. We'll be there Sunday as well. So if you're not registered, get registered. Love you guys. Please try and experiment with this time-restricted eating. I think you're going to find the same thing I found, that this is a breakthrough in medicine. So we'll see you soon.